Dear friends, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. Though for many the year is coming to a close, schools are being closed, vacation is starting, people have their minds into just stepping back, relaxing, maybe energizing. In the Jewish calendar, things are just heating up. As Friday and Shabbat, we'll be celebrating the 19th and 20th of Kislev, which is really the birth of Chabad Hasidism, where the Hasidic movement, through the prism of Chabad, had taken off and revolutionized the world. Next week, we're going to welcome in the beautiful holiday of Hanukkah. The powerful light of the candle transforms the darkness and gets us ready to a world that will be full of light. And in this week's Torah portion, Vayeshev, which starts focusing on Isaac, on Joseph, Jacob's son, who we learn about in his youth. Him and his brothers didn't get along. They had a very different view of life or how the future of Judaism should unfold. The brothers were jealous. They hated him. They ended up selling him down to slavery. We start reading about how his life was in Egypt as a slave until he's thrown into prison. And at the end of his prison sentence, this is 12 years after he came to Egypt, he interprets the dreams of the butler and the baker of Pharaoh. Now, the Torah tells us, how did this all happen? Where did the brothers finally decide one day to sell him? The brothers were shepherding their sheep far away from their home, and his father sent them to see how their brothers are doing. And though Joseph knew that his brothers didn't like him, he had tremendous respect for his father, and he took on the task. And as he got closer, and the brothers thought, this is an opportunity far away from home, we could finally get rid of him and get him out of our life. Stop this dreamer of trying to sit and be lazy instead of working like we're working, and just talk about being our leader. We're going to follow him, listen to him. In the story of how he found his brothers, so initially he went to the place where they were supposed to be, but no one was there. So Ha'ish, the person who saw him, and the commentators explain that this was an angel that Hashem put there to guide him to where the brothers are, because ultimately whatever happened to Joseph was for the best. And that turnaround of Joseph from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high is what brought the Jewish people to where we are today, and really a representative of our lives, that whatever steps that it seems we're going backwards are really just a springboard for going forward in a greater way. And Joseph, the man sees Joseph wandering, says, what are you looking for? He says, Achai anechi mevakesh. I'm looking for my brothers. And then he points him in the direction where he thinks this group of shepherds went. Joseph goes there, and that's where the story unfolded. And just to take a moment to focus, as Achai, I'm looking for my brothers. Mivakesh means I'm searching for my brothers. And my dear friends, this is how we have to be thinking today. In a time when Jews feel uncomfortable, insecure, alone, every one of us has to constantly be thinking as Achai, Ani Mevakesh, I'm looking for my brothers. I want to dig a little more. I'm not going to be any more the nice person, just says hi and moves on. Doesn't really care about the next person, just goes through some formalities. But I'm Mevakesh, I'm going to search. I want to be there for my brothers. Because the best way to be there for yourself is when you're there for your fellow brothers and sisters, fellow Jews. Today, everyone should take upon themselves to look closely into how your brother or sister, your fellow Jew is faring. Probe a little bit. Go beyond the surface. We all need to be there to support each other. We all need to be there to allow the other to feel our strength. And when two come together, even if we're both a little weak ourselves, that alone strengthens us. And this is really what the teachings of Chabad Hasidus is. The ability to understand how to love your fellow like you love yourself. And all of us are mevakesh, are searching hard to find our security, our happiness, our path, our future. That's how we have to think about our fellow Jew. And at this time when we're searching hard, we start planting the seeds for, like Joseph, to rise to the top. And very soon the rising to the top will be the coming of Mashiach quickly in our days for all of us. So Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom, and an early happy Hanukkah. God bless you all. And may the light of your neshama continue to shine as bright as the candle until it turns into a big torch. And we wish you only the best, only goodness. Candlelighting time in Montreal, 3:55 p.m.